Yo, what's going on, tough crowd? Tough
Hi, guys.
crowd.
Tough crew.
It's your boy Jordan with the Brethren Arnell, Brandon, Jab in the cut. That's us to get.
That's y'all.
That's so bad. That's so. Run it back.
No, because like, the content's so fire, it's knocking them out.
So bad. What's going on, tough crowd? Though we're back.
Oh, we wasn't gonna.
Tough Studios or the Jab. Okay. What's up? It's been a minute. Hopefully you guys saw the explain video.
Where?
You know what I'm saying?
The one we shot last week.
I'm not wearing the same clothes I wore last week.
I am. I just watched it.
But yeah, so we gave you a brief explanation about what's been going on, what's been happening, but we're back, right? That's in the past. We're in the present. Okay? You feel me? Knocking it down with this information. How my boys doing though? We doing good?
We're doing
Been
good.
doing good.
Doing good.
Been,
That's good.
Doing so fresh and so
Been
clean.
leaning on a thread.
Leaning on a thread.
That's not good.
You mean you're hanging from a thread?
We won't do that hanging.
That actually makes sense. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Don't cancel me. That's my bad.
I said, Jordan, what?
Don't you mean?
Oh, that was a perfect setup. I love it. He said, I'm leaning from a thread. He said, don't you be hanging from a thread? Nah, nigga.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Oh man,
Life is
throwing some curveballs. Yeah, I feel that.
This
bro.
is dodgeball. They just picked up every dodgeball and just hit me straight mouth.
That's wild.
Ardell, take it away. I need it.
All right. So we gonna talk about the mass shooting in Buffalo, New York, at the supermarket. That's the one thing I didn't write down. The name of the supermarket.
I mean, people.
But you've seen it.
Yeah,
You know what's going
everybody knows.
Yeah.
on. The assailant was 18. His name was Peyton S. Gendron. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but we don't really care about your name, sir. He's being charged with first-degree murder as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably going to be way more charges, added.
Yeah.
He pleads not guilty. I don't know how. He
That-
streamed it on Twitch.
Not just that. It's weird because he even stated to the police "I'm here to save my people," because we're getting substituted out.
He was strong white power.
Yeah. It's bad.
Where was he from?
Bad.
Buffalo.
Wasn't
right?
he was
New
not
York.
from
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I forgot where he's from. I didn't write that
He
down
wasn't
either.
from. Yeah.
We knew on this research thing, so if you watch the
Talk
last
about we
one, you
knew
know.
on his research.
It was like a 3-4 hour drive though.
Yeah.
So talk about premeditation.
Yeah.
He could have turned around at any
Yeah,
point.
it was bad.
He killed 10 people. He shot 13.
Yeah.
He was arrested. No harm, no foul. They didn't put no hands on him. Nothing. Just able to surrender. Don't get me wrong, he did surrender, but
How do you feel about that? Let's pack that. Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that.
it's like I just seen people get killed for less.
Right.
And I understand. We all have different ideas of what's resisting and what's not. But I just feel as though if you come at me for not producing a license or selling CDs or loose cigarettes, and you come at me with all this aggressive anger and energy, the dude that just murdered 10 people should definitely be getting he should be getting all that.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, right? What do you think drives police interaction? Right? What the people are doing or how the people are communicating?
What do you mean?
So, right, the biggest thing that I've seen, there's this one picture that's going around on social media that was basically all of the white mass shooters, serial killers, right, whatever you want to call them, right, armed, and they have I guess from like the past 2.5 years, the black people that have been killed, right, so it'll be like white mass shooter armed, black innocent victim unarmed, right? The way they have been dealt with individually has been different, right? But what's constant in how they have been dealt with is the point in which they're dealt with, right? They're not necessarily dealt with when they're acting. They're dealt with in the, how do I say, interaction with police. So in that moment, that's where you see the differences, right? I'm not saying it's right how it's dealt with, but I think we can agree that the interactions are different, right?
Yeah.
They're different. And I think that's what people are overlooking.
But I also think it depends on the cops.
That too.
Because, like...
That too, most definitely.
You got some real dickhead, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Like, there are a lot of cops out here that are just, like, on power trips for no reason. You know? Me and my father, we both dealt with the same type of interaction with a cop, right? Where we're driving, they're on the shoulder, we drive past them, we don't like move to the side, right? My father, the cop that he dealt with, in his face, attitude, yelling, my father got put in cuffs, taken to the station, and all that. This was years ago, right? And then the cop I dealt with a couple years ago, same thing. Drove by him. I didn't switch lanes. I didn't even know that was a law. He pulled me over. Oh, yeah, went to that game. Remember, it was like on a Sunday? Yeah, I was like, oh, damn, Jordan got pulled over. So he pulled me over. He was talking to me, and I was just chilling, whatever. But something so minor, like he wrote me up gave me a ticket, didn't even show up to court that day for the whole thing. And it was like, bro, you didn't have to do all that. Like, you could just let me go, but boom. So, like, interactions are important, right? Despite the bad cops or the good cops, despite bad interactions from civilians, good interactions, there should be one way to deal with each other.
Exactly.
And I feel like both sides are missing that.
I just feel as though with our side, from my perspective, and, you know, we can go back and watch the videos of, you know, the black people that were killed by cops, and, you know, we can agree or disagree on whether the person was resisting or not, or, you know, we can do all that. From my own personal experience from being pulled over, they treat us with a whole different level of caution off rip. Off rip. Anybody that know me know. I'm 5'6", bigger dude. I'm chilling.
You're dangerous.
Yeah, I am.
He's a dangerous man.
Bro, I swear to God.
5'6", asthmatic.
I got pulled, asthmatic, allergies, bad ankles, and a knee. Like, come on, bro.
Arnell get pulled over. Damn.
I got pulled over in Prospect Park.
What are you doing in there?
This dude, 6'2", 6'3", big white dude. But look like goddamn Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's walking up to the car, canceling backup. It's like, sir, you had it. You were fine. Trust me. I don't got no weapons. You good. Yeah. But, like, we get met with already this, like, cautious energy. And it's like, you come up to me cautious, you nervous, nigga, now I'm nervous. And then they ask you why you so nervous. Because you nervous.
Yeah. There's a few reasons for that. That I have done research on. But it's not like I did it this week, but I've done it before. I think there's maybe 3 factors, 3 or 4. Right.
So why that happens?
Yeah. So both And I'm not just gonna say black people because a lot of Hispanics deal with this.
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
Asians deal with this. It's just not talked about as much. So I'm gonna say
I
color.
personally feel like it don't happen as much. I feel like it happens, but I don't think it's at the same level.
I would disagree because I've seen the numbers. It's just not covered like it is for you guys.
Okay.
And I mean, it is what it is. I don't know why that's like, always front page stuff when it happens to everybody of color, but it is what it is. But so the biggest thing that I've seen is that you guys have scouting reports for each other. This is how I can make sense of it. Scouting reports. And I don't want to sound like detached or unempathetic about the whole situation between the two parties, but you guys have scouting reports, right? So like track me real quick. We're playing on the Mavs. Our scouting report for Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Jordan Poole is they're going to shoot the lights out the gym. So we have to guard them a certain way. If we don't guard them a certain way, we're getting our asses handed to us because they can all drop 30 from 35 feet out. Cool. So we got to put our best defenders on them, make sure we worry about certain picks, screens, shots, fakes, all of that, right? Warriors are like, listen, Luka Doncic is a stone cold killer. 44, 10, and 9 every time. If I don't move a certain way, he's just going to expose me, do something crazy. Those are the scouting reports for the two people. People of color and cops have two scouting reports. Cops can be a little trigger happy at times. They can be trigger happy. They can be crooked. They can be good. They can also be bad. They can be well trained. They can be poorly trained. They can have this weird power dynamic off rip when approaching to you. They can be humble, right? Black people, they can be good. They can be bad. They can speak to you with the calmest of tones. They can come at you a little crazy sometimes.
That's not illegal, though.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. But because of these scouting reports, you're going to interact with each other a certain way. Because of that, you're just on guard. I don't want Steph Curry dropping threes from 35 feet. So I'm going to guard him a certain way. Right?
I don't like how well this works. I don't like how well this analogy works.
Arnell, you get pulled over. Hey, listen. I don't want to get shot. So I'm going to talk a certain way. Then the cop is like, I don't want to get shot. So I'm going to go about the situation a certain way.
And now we both sit here like, who pulling the trigger?
Nuck if
you
you
buck. Bust a move then. Bust a move.
But that's the issue, though. That is the issue. I had this revelation where it's like, yo, like the rap sheet that both parties have, it's understandable to an extent. But when we come to interacting with each other, we miss the major part.
But but my problem with that is, and that analogy is, our rap sheet of their rap sheet of us, I feel like is more perpetuated by the media.
Not necessarily, but
I
keep
feel
going.
as though, like, you're gonna hear about all the negative things in a city with predominantly black people. You're gonna hear about all the negatives. You're not gonna hear about none of the positive shit. So in your scouting report, especially a lot of these cops who don't live in Patterson, the only time they in Patterson is to do their job. They don't know how, the community get down on a positive note. They only know about the negative shit because they got to do their job.
Right.
And I feel like because of that, Patterson is met with this energy of, I got to be careful, or I got to watch my back. And it's just like, don't get me wrong, wild stuff happen here all the time. This past week and a half has been a doozy.
It's probably something going on right now.
Right as we speak,
right
as we
now,
record.
2 blocks away.
But
probably something going on.
But that's not all that go down here. Everybody in the city, majority of the people in the city not about that life. It's really a small group of people that's causing the issues.
Yeah, you're right.
So I just feel like the whole city shouldn't be met with this energy.
The only thing that I will, rebuttal that with is the only time you meet cops is if there's something wrong going on.
That's cap.
No, hold on. Whether something wrong happened or not, right? So you see cop cars, you don't think, oh, I bet, cool, I'm about to talk to this cop real quick. No, never, right? And with a cop pulling you over, he's not thinking, I'm about to have a cordial conversation with this person. Like, nah, y'all both know whether it happened or not. Something wrong happened, and that's why we're having this interaction. You never have an interaction with a cop off of something good unless y'all both had Dunkin' Donuts.
I get what you're saying, but I just feel like, from our perspective, from our point of view, like for me personally, a lot of my interaction with cops have been me doing nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the car and just spew bullshit. It's like, so you just wanted to see what I was doing. You could have just said that. And so it's just like, they're creating this interaction that didn't need to happen.
Right.
So it's like, if I lose my life as a result, it's just like, so you didn't have to come interact with me regardless.
Right.
Should have been avoided.
Yeah. So that, and we kind of got off the mass shooting, right? But this pertains to it in interacting
in that way,
with
though.
civilian and cop, right? So I've said this before on a podcast, bro. When it comes to mass shootings that white people are, because white people aren't the only people that do mass shootings. I mean, if you disagree, look it up. There's
Definitely not.
from every type of color. There's people doing mass shootings, and you have to understand the definition of a mass shooting in order to have this argument.
It's like this. Everybody do mass shooting, but if we keeping stats like the NBA, I think the whites are the leading scorers. I'm just saying.
I don't know the numbers.
I'm just saying. I think they the leading scorer. I think they Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hold on. That's another thing. that's another thing. Media. Because when was the last time you saw a black mass shooter on the news? Exactly.
Since in Dallas when he was shooting all them cops.
Okay. So, but like I'm saying, you don't. You feel me? You don't really.
How often does it happen though?
It happens often, but you don't see it.
Well, it's hard for us because what we categorize it as a mass shooting. Because
it's by definition.
I feel like it should go by the definition, but
Yeah.
I just don't feel like if a rival gang pull up on another rival gang and kill 6, 7
That's
niggas,
a mass
that's a
shooting.
mass shooting.
Exactly.
But they don't ever call it that.
Exactly.
It's always gang-related violence.
That's the issue. That's the issue.
I was like,
Or even if it's not a gang, like one person
separate.
just.
So we've been mentally programmed to not even look at that as a mass shooting.
That's the issue.
But I feel like everybody also think it has to be 10 bodies or more.
Yeah, that's not the case.
That's not the case.
I think everybody thinks like, yo, if that nigga.
If somebody busts into this base right now and killed all 3 of us, that's a mass shooting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mass shooting.
Mass. A lot of mass.
Fact. No. But back to the kid that was in Buffalo, right? People are so upset about how he was detained. I've always said this on the podcast, like, listen, like when it comes to a white boy doing a mass shooting, like they act like it's Call of Duty. They have a mission, they complete the mission.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
they
plan
give up.
that. Yeah, they plan that shit out thoroughly.
They give up. That's it. Like they'll walk out. I don't even need this no more. Take me in. That's how they go about it. That's just facts. I'm not saying that. Oh, it's race based. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just presenting you with the facts.
No, I
wholeheartedly
agree.
Every time a white mass shooter comes out, he goes in, he does what he needs to do, and one of two things happens. He either kills himself or he just puts everything down. He's like, yo, I'm done. I did what I need to do. Whatever happens next happens. Whatever.
But
this is when we get to tough territory.
Listen,
and this is why
just
we're doing shorter episodes. We want to keep you on your toes.
Just one body slam, bro. That's all I'm looking at. At least one look. Just one.
I don't want to be that guy.
But now, hold on. Now, and
I'm getting slammed for asking questions.
Listen. Now.
What am I being arrested for?
Now, hold up. Now, we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it with this because we're running on short timing. Right, we need to pack it up. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. From how you guys are dealt with from the cops, random traffic stop or whatever's going on, right? How that has been categorized, and how this mass shooter has been detained. Which one do you want to be constant?